everybody, it's Ed from the Whiskey Tangent Podcast, here with a special event. As always, joining me is Scott.
Hey, everybody.
And this time, for a very specific reason, our old friend Doug.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
You remember Doug from the Blanton's episode when his good friend Joey brought 4 delicious Japanese release Blantons over.
Yes.
And then Doug brought a lot of whiskey, and then I passed out for 6 hours. And Doug went home and drank wine with his wife because he is a warrior.
He's a boss.
My boy Joey couldn't be here tonight. He was passed out in the truck. He was done.
Oh, my God.
That's hilarious.
And what we're doing today, and I will say, not since Howard Carter stood at the gates of King Tut's tomb or Geraldo Rivera outside of Al Capone's safe, has there been so much excitement.
Let's hope it's not the latter.
The anticipation is the same, Scott, is what I'm going for. As we are about to embark on a new episode title on the podcast dealing with people's home liquor vaults. In this case, it's all Doug's vault.
We're going to have some fun, boys.
All right.
Doug has somewhere in the area of 160 bottles. Plus, we don't want to release the exact number due to his wife keeping track of purchases and the IRS. But they basically, there's more secret whiskey moving in and out of his house than cocaine over the border.
Wow.
A little bit. I mean, we make our moves. That's good stuff. We do some trades. I got about 15 more bottles coming that aren't here. So
Right. So we're at Doug's bar, which is centered through 3 lead doors with some laser security inside the vault. Dead center is a bar made just for tasting. It's literally carved out of a giant piece of limestone dug up from the Woodford Reserve distillery, transferred here on the back of a flatbed, and reinstalled here. There's actually water treatments falling down. It's a lovely place. It really
And
is.
the name of the bar is Suzioli's. We named the basement bar after my
After your
wife's
wife.
nickname.
And his wife is a
Patient woman.
lovely woman, and Doug many times has said he has absolutely outkicked his coverage on this
I
one.
have outkicked my coverage tenfold.
Yeah, she's a good woman.
Yeah, she's wonderful.
And Doug's a great guy.
Yeah.
They're lucky for each other.
All right, so we're going to get right into it. We have a lot to drink tonight. We picked 12 or 13?
Technically 13. Lucky 13. It's a baker's dozen here, Scott. It's
I have a
baker's
feeling there'll
dozen.
be a bonus
Baker's dozen.
pour.
Yeah, and there might be a bonus pour
There'll be a
later.
bonus pour later.
Whiskey 1. So the first one we're going to do is the Jack Daniel's 10-year Tennessee whiskey, which we've had Jack Daniel's on the podcast before, of course. And of course, we've had Jack Daniel's, but never the 10-year.
No.
We thought we'd start off light, 97 proof.
Oh, we're in for a long night.
Scott's going to pour it out, and I'm going to go over some of the things. Jack Daniel's 10-year Tennessee whiskey is an iconic brand. They only use about 200 barrels for this. About 24,000 bottles are released, which sounds like a lot, but not if you're Jack Daniel's, who puts out millions and millions of bottles every year. So let's do the nose on this, see what we come up with.
All right.
We're going to try to do this fast because we have so many to do.
Yeah.
So you get one pass, gentlemen. What are you smelling? I smell the banana, which is always prevalent in Jack Daniel's.
Yep.
Caramel, a little sweetness to it.
Yeah, sweet caramel, oak, vanilla, very traditional bourbon flavors, but also some very traditional Jack Daniel's ones. And that's exactly what Breaking Bourbon said we should taste. That's the write-up I'm reading from.
Yeah.
And let's try the palate. Man, I've been waiting to drink all day. It's funny having such a hot Jack Daniel's. This is
Proof it has a little heat to it.
It's oaky.
Yeah, the mash bill, this is 80% corn, 12% malted barley, and 8% rye.
Yeah.
So it's heavy corn, and it tastes it, but man, it's like Jack Daniel's on steroids. It's got a real punch to it. Similar to the single barrel.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of oak on the finish. It's spicy, which I guess is a wood spice.
Only 8% rye.
Right. So there's not a lot of rye. So it's probably the wood spice.
Or the yeast, whatever they use, right?
I mean, it's tasty.
No hint of banana or vanilla in that one.
No, not on the
Very oaky and
No.
spicy.
little, very
Tiny
oaky.
bit of
caramel.
sugar caramel. On the end.
And it's compared to the regular Jack Daniel's, very herbaceous. Got a little leather notes on it, I think.
Leather.
Yeah, I get a little bit of that, which I wouldn't get on regular Jack Daniel's. And how about the finish, guys? What do you think of the finish?
Well, Doug finished it. So did Ed.
did
I'm
I.
a slow drinker.
Scott is slacking already.
Scott's going to have 7 neat glasses around him.
I didn't bring that much.
Once again, we're all drinking from our neat glasses, which are great for tasting a whiskey, though Doug thinks they're weird to hold, and I agree. They are a unique shape.
I'm a Glencairn guy. Yeah.
We'll have to cut that because of our licensing deal. But
We'll just beep it out.
right, it's like say,
I'm a boop guy.
if it was a Pepsi podcast and he's like, we love Coke, cut that out. And just for the record, if you haven't got yourself a set of neat glasses yet, neatglass.com, put in Whiskey Tan, you'll get 10% off your first order. And we actually brought the travel kits with us tonight that come in with 2 of the artisan versions versions, right?
Right.
Which has a little bit different bottle. I think they're actually easier to hold, Doug. They're not as bulky.
Yeah. Doug, just say neat glass.
Neat glass.
And I'll just put that in whenever you say Glencairn.
So
it will sound perfectly natural.
They don't have anything really different than us than we had, except they said uniqueness. It says that the 10-year has 3 main traits that allow it to stand out among its siblings, and that's its age, aging location, and proof.
So I put some water on it, and the banana is back.
Yeah.
But there really isn't much else. This is a pretty basic whiskey. However, I think it's terrific.
Yeah, it's very good. It's traditional. Water brought a little less spice, a little more banana, maybe a little vanilla.
Yeah, it tamed down some of the oakiness.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
And so I think it's a nice way to start it.
Absolutely.
Not one I would pay over MSRP for.
No, and
secondary.
Doug got this right on 70
and
tastes hotter than 97. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
Finish is definitely higher than 97.
It comes in around more like a 110 to me. So I think you have a lot to work with there. All right. So the next one, we're going to pause real quick and bring up 2 Knob Creeks that we've never done on the podcast.
Whiskey 2 and 3. Yeah, the next one we have up, we're going to do a comparison. Doug, I might actually have to ask you to get us an extra set of glasses so that we can taste these side by side.
You can get the other ones, but we're not going to talk about them.
Oh, we're going to get the
neat glass.
So what we're going to compare are 2 Knob Creek expressions, the Knob Creek 15-year and the Knob Creek 18-year.
We've never had the 18-year, and I don't remember having the 15-year. We might have had it once, but I mean, I have no mental recollection or sounding point for that. Oh, thank you. Nice. These are nice ones.
Little trivia, I believe, on the Knob Creek 18. It's the first ever release.
Yeah, it is. We did it on the news that just came out on the October news. This is their first 18-year expression that they've ever released. Yeah. That's why I'm really excited to drink it, because Knob Creek was my origin story. It was the first whiskey I fell in love with. What was yours?
Probably Maker's Mark or Knob Creek.
Yeah.
Just the Knob Creek 12. I love the 18 also.
Yes, it does seem that you have opened this already and enjoyed it.
I've enjoyed that one.
All right. So I guess we'll do the 15 first.
All right. Let's see.
What have we got on the nose?
Not a lot.
Not a lot. Very interesting. You got lids here. So if you swirl in the neat glass, you stimulate evaporation and the lid keeps it all in there. And then when you take the lid off, you might be able to smell. I got immediate cherries after I did that. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So on the beginning, before we swirled it, oak was sort of the same. Yeah, but there wasn't much there. Now there's a nice dark fruit cherry sweetness.
What they're saying should dominate is aged oak with hints of leather and caramel, and then an undercurrent of dark fruits, which definitely could be a cherry for sure, and then eventually a welcoming layer of sweetness.
It's actually really pleasant on the nose.
Taste it now. It's really good. Oh, wow.
Definitely get the cherry and oak on the taste. That's really
and
good.
The peanuts.
It's really good.
That Jim Beam peanutty flavors in there.
The mash bill, 77% corn, 13% rye, and 10% malted barley, but it tastes more rye spice than you think.
Absolutely. Right on the end. It's very spicy. Man, I really love this. Yeah, I'll take some water too.
Wow.
Yeah, this is really good.
I haven't had this in a while. This is really nice. And this gets knocked around a little bit.
Knob Creek does. It's been around for a while. The base expression can be a little one note for people, but it has that cherry and the peanuts and the sugar and the bit of oak. I mean,
it sat here for some 1992, holding the fort down until the rest of the whiskey world decided to catch up and make good whiskey.
Right.
It was a 9-year, and it's back to being 9-year. It fought to reclaim its age statement. So I give Knob Creek a lot of credit, and this is very good.
Spicy it up the water.
Yeah, with water, and it's a very spicy. Oh, my lips! It's like burning my lips, really like I had a pepper.
They said this is $100 MSRP. So it's 30 more than the Jack Daniels that we just had, but I think it's a lot better than the Jack Daniels.
Yeah, I do.
Even though it's
more complex.
Yeah, it's more complex.
It is. Yeah.
The Jack Daniels was very good. It was traditional. Like you said, Jack Daniels on steroids.
This is 5 years older, though. This is a 15, right? Jack was a 10. So, I mean, it's only fair to put that into comparison.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So now are we going to go to the 18 while we still have some 15 left so we can go back and forth?
Sure.
Okay.
Wow. Nose on this one. On the 18 is.
Oh, it's sort of like a dry wood smell.
Same exact mash bill, gentlemen. 3 years longer.
Okay.
And that'll get you an extra $70 at the cash register, in case you're wondering. It's $170 as the MSRP on this.
I'm getting similar. I'm getting the cherry on the nose.
They're saying tobacco, dark fruit,
spicy
nutmeg.
Tobacco, I smell. Yeah, nutmeg. It's spicy.
Yeah, I was going to say cinnamon, but nutmeg is better.
Wow. I just tasted it. This is extraordinary.
Well, that's a spice bomb. Oh, so many baking spices.
It's got a cherry spice to it.
Yeah.
And it's got nutmeg. That is really good. I almost seem surprised and I drank half the fucking bottle already.
Yeah, but it's like to break it down and analyze it sip by sip is a difference. And
yeah, because this just came out. When did you get it?
Man, 2 weeks ago. I mean, again, I think if you're going to buy a Knob Creek or chase a Knob Creek,
this is the one to chase.
Yeah, I think this is the one. I mean, the 15 was nice. This thing is,
If you're asking, is there a Knob Creek worth $170? I don't know. I can't answer that for you, but this is as close as you're going to find. I mean, when you think of the 18-year-olds out there, the Elijah Craig's like $300 online somewhere to find the 18-year Elijah Craig. This is definitely equal or better than that.
Yeah, there's almost has a clove and an anise kind of finish to it at the very, very end.
I agree.
If you like spicy and like the clove and the nutmeg and
all this is a great Christmas whiskey.
It's a lot more.
It is. This is a cold weather drinker.
Yeah, it's a lot more herbaceous than the base Knob Creek for sure. The leather and the tobacco notes are like a lot stronger, and yet there's still sweetness and oak and vanilla and caramel and cherry. It's all in there. It comes in layers. It's like a layer cake.
Yeah, I'm going to go back to the 15 and
let's go back. Oh, you having 15 left, or are you out?
Nah, I drank it.
Doing a little splash just to compare.
It's mine.
Right, I know.
I don't care. That's good.
Okay.
Oh,
so the 15 tastes more like the 18 now.
Right.
Put a little water in the 18.
I did. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I didn't do that.
Exploded it.
Yeah, honestly, it's really good. So what they're saying we should be tasting, the palate is burnt brown sugar, caramel tobacco, a dash of baking spices mingle over the top of an aged oak base. It has a manageable, almost welcome dryness, assuring you of its high age. While its mouthfeel is a tad thinner than I would like.
Interesting.
The palate otherwise does well to highlight the aged oak with an underlying vibrancy similar to its aroma. And the finish, guys, I think it's delicious finish.
Absolutely. I put a little water in the 18, which I hadn't done before. And you're right. The spice comes out even more.
And the finish is long.
Yeah.
I like the 15, but I had 18s. I'm going to get a backup bottle of that.
Yeah. It just has that much more flavor to it.
So I just finished off the 15. I'm going to finish off the 18 side by side.
I mean, they're both delicious. I don't really know what to say besides that and what we've already said.
The 18 years more complex. It's amazing what 3 years can do. Like totally bewildered how the mash bill of the same distillery changes based on where it is in the rick house, what the master distiller wants to do with it, and what a few extra years in the barrel can do.
It's pretty amazing.
The next one we're going to do, not to blow off Knob Creek, I hope this is the one that blows Scott and Ed away. They have not had it yet.
No.
Oh, yeah.
We've had none of these, actually.
Oh, really? Okay, that's good. It's a complex blend. But let's see.
Whiskey 4. The George Remus Repeal Reserve Straight Bourbon Whiskey.
Series 5.
Oh, shit. It doesn't say that on the bottle. Oh,
it's in the neck.
Oh, there it is.
I've had all 5, and I think this is the best. I have 6 and the Gatsby coming, so I'd love to have you guys back and do like a Remus.
Oh, that'd be great.
Redone.
All right, we're coming back tomorrow then. Okay. So we'll do a back-to-back doubleheader. No.
There you go.
I've been a big fan of the Rossville Union and the Remus line because they're directly from MGP, and I'm a big fan of what MGP does. And I can't wait to see what this tastes like.
I have to admit, I think I understand these neat glasses a little better after not just drinking to drink, but to drink to get the expression.
Right.
Yeah.
I think they beat the other guy.
All right. Another convert.
And I'm not just saying that. I'm a straight bourbon shooter.
Yeah. There's no bullshit in Doug. There never is. It's one thing we liked about him right away. And Doug's a friend of ours who we met from the lounge. It's okay. It's collateral damage.
Scott.
I know.
Scott has to go outside and run a lap. He just spilled Remus.
He just spilled some Remus.
I did. I spilled some Remus. I'm so sorry.
The freaking towel's drunk.
Yeah, these are towels from home.
Now, I've had the Remus. When I have some friends over, I introduce them to this, and they can't get enough of it.
Yeah.
I hope I'm not overstating it. I would let this one sit for 30 seconds.
Okay.
Maybe do the neat cover. Give it a little swirl because it's such a blend.
Yeah, so there is some information on the front of it about the expressions that are mixed into this because, like you said, it is a blend. Oh, so interesting. Okay, so they're all bourbons, and they all have different levels of rye in them. And then they have the percentages of each bourbon that they put into it. So this is ultra transparency. It's 9% of a 2005 21% rye bourbon, a 5% of a 2006 36% rye bourbon, 19% of a 2006 21% rye bourbon, 13% of a 2008 21% rye bourbon, and 54% of a 2008 36% rye bourbon.
So it's a high rye bourbon.
Yeah.
It's almost like the Fibonacci code Stellum that we talked about that had 6 different ryes.
Yeah. And this
has 6 different high rye bourbons.
Yeah.
Right? 6?
5.
It's a $90 MSRP, which good luck finding it for that. Because if you can find it for that, I'll buy this every week for $90.
So I got to tell you my story with this.
Go ahead.
I walked into a store for the first time. I forget the name of the store. The gentleman was very nice. We were talking bourbons, and he had 5 bottles of it sitting there. And I said to myself, do I buy all 5 or do I,
like you do.
So I actually did. I bought all 5 because
did you?
I had the previous expressions, which I really enjoyed.
Right.
But
I see.
he had them on there for $69.99. I kid you not. I bought all 5. I sold 2 to friends of mine, make any money or anything.
Right.
But that night I get a call from my one buddy and he's like, dude, did you open the Remus? I go, no. He goes, oh my God, it's off the charts. The next night, my other friend called me and said, man, this Remus, can you get any more? Now, I didn't know about it. I didn't know it was that rare because the 1, 2, 3, and 4, I had it at tasting. I didn't own them. And they were good. Mm-hmm. This one I thought blew it away. I just want to see what you guys think.
Okay. Oh, very sweet and vanilla on the nose.
It's amazing nose.
Ooh, there's a little bit of herb.
Herb or herbaceousness?
Herbaceousness. Yeah, not.
The spice. There's just a lot going on.
This is 100 proof. Scott gave you the mash bill.
Complex to me.
Such a delicious nose.
There's no age statement, but the age statements are all mixed going as far back from 05. So
yeah,
it's a blend of many different old stuff. Scott and I were still married in 05. That's how long ago this was.
Not to each other.
No, to our wives.
I know.
Damn it.
I was a little perplexed for a second.
Well, see, that's why I said it, because the way he said it made it sound like we were still married.
What, we have some great working relations and we kept the podcast going?
Well, shit, it's whiskey, right? We're not going to break up over whiskey.
No, that's true. So the nose, they say, should be fruity caramel, raspberry, strawberry, and apple, which I never saw strawberry before on a nose. That's interesting.
Strawberry. Wow.
I don't
Sweet
get
corn,
strawberry.
mellow oak, bright and inviting.
No, but smell it again now. Now that you have strawberry in your head, because it was really sweet and fruity.
Like a blend of fruit, like a
I mean,
a
I
smoothie.
can almost see what they're saying, though, man. Like if like you put your nose over a jelly jar,
It smells like like strawberry shortcake, like a creamy strawberry whipped, or strawberry ice cream. Actually, is what it smells like.
You add the water and the fruit comes out.
This is so smooth. I can't believe how smooth this is.
my God, it's delicious. Whole is creamy.
Yeah.
It's like a chocolate milk. But it doesn't really taste chocolate, but it's got that creaminess, like vanilla caramel oak milkshake. This might be the highlight of the day.
Ed's on his second pour with 8 to go. I love it. And we have some stuff way north of 130.
Way north.
I got a feeling this might be the highlight of my day. This is right in my wheelhouse.
I mean, we started at 97. We're still at 100, but it's about to explode.
Yeah, it's going to go downhill so fast. If you wonder what it sounds like when I fall off a cliff, just listen to the last news episode that we put out.
He was a little extra, yeah.
Wow.
Man, this is delicious. And Ed, this is right up your alley. Doug, you better watch this bottle.
I mean,
before
seriously.
we leave tonight, because Ed's going to put it in his pocket.
I am going to search high and low for this. I would pay 100 for this easy and be happy to do it every single week. It's that good.
Funny story with that is I truly believe the 5 blew this line up. 1 through 4 was very good. I had a tasting with them and I really enjoyed it. I believe they make sets now, the 1 through 3, because they had leftovers. I think it's about $600 to buy 1, 2, and 3.
Wow.
Yeah.
They're not as complex as this. They're good. Yeah. From what I remember, it's been a while since.
Is there a 6 yet, or is this the latest?
I have the 6 coming.
Oh, you do? Oh, okay.
And I also have the Gatsby coming, which is a 15-year.
Okay.
I'd love to have the whole run.
Oh God, we'd love to.
I don't think you're gonna find a 5 unopened. Right? It's hard, but you never know.
There's stuff.
Wow,
out there.
it's really good.
It's really.
Man.
I thank you just for this.
It's tremendous. It really is.
The palate for this is caramel oak
Complex.
cream soda, dried figs, light ginger, touch of honey, soft and gentle. Tobacco. It's the finish. Tobacco leaf, leathery oak.
Comes with a teddy bear.
Right. Slightly dry. If I drank this whole bottle, that's where I need. Could I be out?
Oh my God. This is one of the most drinkable bottles I've ever had.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. If somebody comes to you and says, I don't really know a lot about whiskey, I don't really like it, what I've had has kind of been off-putting, you show them this and they'll be a whiskey drinker for life.
Right.
Whiskey 5. The next one we're going to do is called the Justice. It's not one that I've ever really heard about before.
Barrel proof.
Yeah. Doug, how'd you come about this bottle?
16 year, just saw it there.
Just saw it on the shelf and
Wasn't a bad price. And there's a set with it. I know I have the other bottle. I just don't remember if I drank it or not. I think it's called the Ambassador or the President. Matter of fact, I think it's a 3 set, and I think I have all 3.
Oh, interesting.
Kind of got lost in my shuffle up there.
I feel like it's a subcontract because it says a Proof and Wood curated selection bottled by the Proof and Wood Ventures in Bardstown, Kentucky, which is the home to like 70 different distilleries, you know?
Yeah.
Or some small companies contract with Bardstown. And that could be one of them.
So what I'm seeing online is that this is between 16 and 17-year-old Tennessee distilled bourbons.
Yeah.
Possibly George Dickel.
But it's Bardstown, so...
I know, but that's what I mean. That's the source. The company that...
Oh, right. It says bottled by, not distilled.
Right.
Right.
Right. It's 102 proof. The mash bill's on the bottle.
84% corn. You're speaking my language. 8% rye and 8% malted barley.
Yeah, and I think that's why people think it's George Dickel, because I think that's the George Dickel mash bill.
Yeah. We traditionally have not liked the George Dickels that we've had.
Right.
But we're always interested with how things go.
I mean, between 16 and 17 years, it would be the oldest George Dickel we've ever had.
Oh, by far.
Yeah.
Okay.
It has a strange sourness on the initial smell.
I don't know. I'm getting it.
Yeah, what is that? Oh my God, I just had like a flash. Oh God, what does that smell like? I mean, the only tasting notes I have on the nose, they say delightful aroma. That's it.
All right, well, that's not really...
Yeah, that's not helpful. All right, let's taste it.
Okay.
A little medicine, a little rough.
Yeah, medicinal. And it's very drying.
I wouldn't buy it again.
No, the more I drink it, though, it doesn't have that weird finish that George Dickel. Finish that we don't like. So on
I don't think it's. I don't know if it's Dickel or just because it's older now. But
yeah,
I put a few drops of water in. Let me see.
This is the youngest 16-year-old bourbon I've ever had.
That's a great point.
It's a great way to put it.
It didn't age well. I don't know.
It's not complex.
No spice. It tastes like a 6-year to me.
Or even younger.
I actually tried a 6-year when I wasn't supposed to be drinking over the break, and I think that one was better than this one.
Yeah.
I think the Boone's Farm. What's Boone's Farm?
Yeah, the Boone's Farm 6 is great.
Wait,
Boone County. Boone County. I'm thinking of the wine.
Boone's Farm is that terrible wine.
That's Strawberry Boone's Farm. My brother used to drink
Next thing we'll be doing Mad Dog reviews.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, so Boone County was better than this.
The 6-year Boone County's a sleeper.
And that's like a $50 bottle, you said,
this is like MSRP on this Justice might be 80 to 100.
Yeah.
Is it? Wow.
I think I have the 3 bottle set again. I apologize. I think I just grabbed this one. But you know what we'll do next time? We'll do a revisit, and hopefully one of the 3 is good.
I'm seeing it for about, the prices are wild. 200, 254, 149 out of stock.
Which bottle? The Justice?
The Justice 16, 114 out of stock.
Yeah. Don't buy it, guys.
This is not worth it.
I put this below everything we've had today.
Yeah.
Even the Jack Daniels.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now I'm starting to think it is a George Dickel.
It does not even hint a 16-year.
Whiskey 6. This is the Double Oak Peerless Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. It's 109.1 proof.
So it's considerably higher proof than Woodford Double Oak, which I love.
We're getting up there now. Its mash bill is not disclosed. The price is $95.
I believe I paid 80 or 85.
But Doug finds great deals.
Good price.
Like I said, time is everything.
Definitely not in the 90s.
Literally is chocolate syrup. It's so dark. It's like coffee.
It's incredibly dark.
It's one of the darkest whiskeys.
It reminds you of a
seen.
Texas whiskey. They're dark, like Falcones. And
yeah, the tasting notes I have up for Breaking Bourbon and their color, they described it as chocolate.
Yeah.
That's literally what they described it as.
See, I mean, that's what I saw. It's that black.
Yeah.
Chocolat.
Yeah. Pour some here.
It's, I like this little cap, man.
I know. It's
great.
It's
good,
isn't
it?
It works. I know that's like, it looks gimmicky, but it's not.
Well, at tastings, you have to be able to label them so you have them all lined up.
I think I'm going to go on the neat thing, put my whiskey tan in and get me a 10%.
Yeah, at least get a 2 set for you and a friend, right?
Good. I'm hoping they leave them here, guys. I'm going to tell them they didn't.
Yeah, these caps are for tasting competitions where they have these glasses featured.
Yeah. 330,000 whiskeys have been tasted in these glasses.
Oh, man. It smells like a cinnamon gum to me.
This has some spice, molasses maybe, a little sweet.
I can't believe how much cinnamon is coming off the nose of this thing. This is the most cinnamon-flavored whiskey I've ever smelled.
That's a bold statement.
Big Red. Remember Big Red?
Big
gum?
Red. Yeah.
What's that? The
Big red freshness lasts right through it. Your it goes on and on.
Scott showed he's older than me. He knows the whole damn tune.
Am I older than you?
I don't think so.
How old are you?
53.
I am older. I'm 54.
Thank God.
And I turned 55 in January.
And Ed's even older than we
Youngest
are.
guy in the room, baby.
Bragging rights.
That's why he's got the prettiest girl.
That I do.
All right. Did we even taste it? No,
No, we have not tasted it yet.
All right, let's taste it. I'm hoping there's so much cinnamon on the taste.
Oh, yeah. Spicy.
Oh, that's
like-
spice.
But like deep and also like brown sugar and wood spice and
This is really good.
oh wow, this is terrific. I've never had any of the Peerless expressions.
This just
Kick the justice's ass.
Oh, absolutely. Justice, get out of here.
I had a Peerless that was really good at the local.
What a difference, man. I mean, if you're a Woodford double oak fan, this is a whole different
It
expression.
is, because this is like spicy gingerbread.
Yeah.
You can't compare the two.
Leather, it's more herbaceous than the double oak.
This
Because
is-
Woodford's so sweet at a starting point. I love Woodford.
I love Woodford.
So the double oak makes it a little bit more spicy and complex, but not this spicy and
This
complex.
has a long finish.
How old is
man.
this? Is there an age statement with this?
No.
No.
Man, this is really
This
nice.
is better than the Woodford double
And the
oak.
mash bill.
I think it is better better than the Woodford.
Oh
double
yes,
oak.
absolutely.
I'm in the slur zone.
Slur zone.
We should put a song out called that in the slur zone.
In the slur zone. Okay, so let's see. On the nose, sharp seasoned oak plunges into a pool of dark chocolate and light caramel. The initial aromas are met with a wave of heat, hinting towards the potency of the sip. It makes for an engaging oak-focused introduction that suggests that it won't be for the faint of heart.
I do agree with the heat and then instant oak and spice and cinnamon.
I'm not really getting a lot of chocolate, though.
I'm not
Oh
getting
no,
chocolate
no,
at
no,
all.
I'm not getting chocolate at all. They say that it looks
Yeah.
like chocolate, but it doesn't taste like
They
chocolate.
said it had dark chocolate.
More cinnamon and spice. Than
Oh, I
chocolate,
mean,
no
maybe
doubt.
like the bitter chocolate notes at the end, but there's no chocolate.
This was just the nose, actually.
Okay.
But there's more on the palate. So palate says baking spice jumps out immediately, followed by rich leather tobacco gingerbread, which Ed said,
Right.
cocoa, and heavy burnt oak.
Yeah, cocoa. That's a very unsweet chocolate. It could be there.
They were saying it was really strong intensity.
Dark chocolate.
Just the flavor of the alcohol of it. They said it drinks closer to a 120 than a 107, but I'm not getting that. I think this is pretty smooth.
If you've had Peerless before, this is a way different expression
Yeah.
than their usual solid.
I've had two
pours.
Peerlesses, and I've liked
This is
them.
way different.
Okay, so theirs was 107.4 and ours was 109.1.
We kicked their ass.
We win, bitch. All right.
win.
Wow.
On the finish, spice from the palate persists into the finish, admitting notes of toasted oak and toffee. As it progresses, lingering leather and spice makes for a long, dry finish that lasts and
Yeah,
lasts.
I get leather on spice on the finish. This is a delicious whiskey, Doug. Thank you.
This is
This is awesome. Whiskey 7. All right, so the next one we have up is
Time
Lillard.
out.
What?
I feel so bad about the justice. Give me your glasses, boys.
Oh no, what's
I
happening?
got a blind substitute.
Oh,
Oh
all
my
right.
God. It's an audible.
audible.
Ooh, it smells different.
It's an interesting nose. Oh my god,
It's like, I felt like there's Sprite and whiskey in it. All right,
it smells like honeycomb cereal. Is what I'm getting off of this. With alphabets, that kind of thing.
Lucky Charms is.
Yeah, Lucky Charms.
We got Captain.
Watch out, we got you got Captain
All right,
Crunch
here
down
we go.
there.
All right, now.
Oh
So
shit!
there
Is,
you go.
is this Captain Crunch whiskey?
There it is.
It's
No,
well,
this is nice.
okay. So if I'm going cereals now I'm getting little Fruit Loops.
Yeah, a little fruit.
It's very sweet nose, I'll say that.
Yeah. All right, let's give it a taste.
Wow.
Mystery whiskey.
This is different as hell.
Is this even a whiskey? Because I
Oh
don't.
yeah, it's
This doesn't taste like a whiskey to me.
But the finish is just, it drops off. It's a very short finish.
Oh man, I don't know what this is.
I mean, I have this at around 94 proof, but I bet with knowing Doug, it's like,
no. You're close.
yeah,
A little higher.
96.
A little higher.
or like a bit under 100, right?
No.
At the, 100?
It's 100.
Oh, it's 100 even. Okay.
100.
It's a bottle and bond?
No.
We're not going to guess what it is, but let's
We're never gonna get.
talk what we like
I just
about
want to see if you like it.
Do you like it, or are you trolling us?
I do like it.
Okay. It's really light though.
yeah.
It's light tasting,
light.
right? It almost tastes like a Japanese whiskey to me.
But I'm telling you, this bottle had a lot of hype. A little expensive too.
Oh, is it Kentucky Owl?
No.
it. No.
Damn.
I'm going to give you the reveal.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Oh, my God. It's the George Dickel.
It's the collaboration.
So it's
Between who? Let me see. Okay.
Wow.
George Dickel Column Still Collaboration Blend. Column Still and 3-chamber still, a blend of straight rye whiskeys with them and the Leopold brothers.
Oh.
Right. Interesting. 2020 James Beard Award nominee Todd Leopold is one of the most respected and acclaimed pioneers of American whiskey over his 25-year career. He has revived a number of pre-Prohibition spirits previously lost to the pages of history using old world techniques and heritage grains. This 3-chamber rye resurrects one such lost style with a unique floral and chocolate character. I mean, I'm not getting a lot of chocolate.
I don't get any chocolate.
I think this tastes very light.
Light. Mm-hmm.
Like I said, a Japanese whiskey.
Right. It is. It's nice.
If you told me this was like Suntory Toki Extra or something.
Agree.
Yeah.
I like the flavor. I'm not a big Dickel fan.
I do. You know, and neither are we really. And this tastes completely different than
This is
George
the
Dickel.
best George Dickel anything that I've ever had.
Yeah. Agreed. Whiskey Aid. Okay, so let's do the next whiskey that we had planned before the mystery whiskey.
Right.
This is the Bond and Lillard
Bourbon whiskey, batch 2.
Yes.
It's a small bottle, so 375. Like you're lucky to have it.
Yep.
And what's interesting is it's distilled and bottled by the American Medicinal Spirits Company, Lawrenceburg, Kentucky. So that means it was distilled and bottled in Kentucky, and they want you to make you kind of feel like it's like Prohibition era or something.
Yeah, so I think this was a brand that was done in Prohibition times.
There's 3 of them that go, and one is the Barnum, I believe, and there's another one, Satchel.
Okay.
JW something.
There's so many.
It's $50
For the 375.
For the 375.
So it's a $100 bottle.
A friend of mine who I got into bourbon bought it, enjoyed it, and I was at a wedding with him Saturday night, and he handed me a bottle.
I think one of the other, so Old Rippy is one of them, and WB Saffel is the other one.
That's the other
That would
one.
be Saffel, yeah, right.
Yeah. So in Ed's face a little bit, this is released by the Campari Company.
Oh my God.
Ed does not like Campari.
I don't like Campari.
But I do.
So, wait, so Campari owns this?
Yes.
I'm not a Campari guy.
So wait, so the people who were in Prohibition grew up and owned Campari?
No. This is a brand that they revived.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
all right. I mean, the nose is very traditional to me of just bourbon. Vanilla, caramel, oak. Nothing crazy. I don't even get a lot of spice on it. Try it again. See if I get any fruit.
Oh, wait a minute. We misplaced this. So this is 100 proof because the Peerless was 109. This is back to 100.
So I may be able to find my keys before I leave.
So sorry.
Where do you guys see the proof coming up?
I know. We have a lot of high proof coming up.
All right. So this smells very vanilla to me.
This smells like a sick day.
Oh my God. It smells buttery.
Butter, like a buttery cookie. You know what I'm talking about? Like
butter cookie.
Like not butter face, but butter cookie. Right.
I did it all for the nookie. What? The nookie.
Little
What?
Fred Durst.
All right. So
Let's try it.
I drank half of mine already.
ooh, it's so sweet and syrupy. For 100 proof, it's very viscous
Where's the water?
on the tongue.
I gotta tell you, I got an initial thing of vinyl on the finish.
Did you?
So let me try it again. Maybe it's
I really enjoy this.
And there's like peanut butter at the end.
Yeah, it's just a nice little pour. If you're a collector and you want something that's a little odd that maybe people don't have,
it's odd.
I think you throw it in there.
It's definitely different than what I've tasted.
I appreciate the difference. I can't put my finger on what I'm tasting for part of it. It's spicy. It's not short of complexity, but I'm really having trouble defining what I'm tasting.
All right, so let's just do on the nose while we're trying to determine the taste. So on the nose, butter, toffee, vanilla spice, caramel drizzle, fragrant oak, honey, lemon zest, clove, herbal, and floral spice.
That's a lot.
That's the nose.
I think he's over a little bit. I think he's got some in there.
Right. All right.
All right, so on the taste, they have caramel, vanilla icing, white pepper, charred oak, herbal tea, clove, nutmeg, and hints of leather. On the finish, they have medium long, toasted vanilla, spicy oak, clove, cinnamon, sassafras, pepper, orange peel, faint tobacco, and leather. And I agree with all of those tasting notes.
Yeah.
And I do really like it.
I don't get
I'm
vanilla
just
icing.
surprised that you don't, but I mean, that's okay.
I don't get the vanilla icing on it.
Because this to me has a lot of caramel and toffee and brown sugar notes.
I get heavy herbaceous notes on this. I really do. Like,
Really?
I love it.
Are you drinking the same whiskey that we're drinking?
Did you put fucking water in your drink again?
It's just whatever is good about the palate.
Yeah.
The finish is a little tangy and sour to me, and vinily and leathery. I think tons of people will love this whiskey.
Oh, yeah.
The flavor profile is distinctive.
How was it compared to the Justice?
Better than the Justice
Oh, God.
by far.
How about the Jack Daniels 10?
Better than that.
Okay.
Better. I agree.
If I came to Doug's house and we had a cigar and this is all he had, I would drink this all night and talk about life inside a ping pong ball.
Whiskey 9. So this is an MGP product. Oh, and it's a store pick
I'm not sure. Is this
from the New Jersey Bourbon Barrel Club.
This is my New Jersey Bourbon Barrel boys who,
Okay.
I think, knocked it out of the park on this.
All right.
All right.
It's toasted Nulu straight bourbon whiskey. It's 123.4 proof. Its age is 5 years and 4 months. Oh, on the back it says America. July 4th pick. So it's going to be hard getting tasting notes for this particular bottle, but I have a general tasting notes for it. The mash bill is not disclosed. It's MGP, and we said the age 5 years, 4 months. Oh, interesting. It's really sharp scent, like black pepper, a lot.
I give a shout out to Eric, Jason, and Chris. These guys do a good job, and I love this pick.
Okay.
See what you
Okay,
guys
cool.
think.
All right.
Oh, that's good. That's spicy. Vanilla.
I just tasted it. It's so good.
It's so good.
Compared to the one I just had, this is so good.
This tastes like cinnamon buns.
Yeah.
Like Cinnabon, the vanilla icing dripping over the side and the breadiness and the cinnamon spice. Wow, this is good.
This is a very, very good barrel pick.
It's so sweet, but it doesn't get cloying. There's a nice spiciness at the end.
I'm at the point in my collection now where I'm only buying unicorns or great picks.
Yeah.
These guys have a lot of skin in the game when they do picks.
Yeah.
And
I don't know them that well. I have to
No, we should join.
oh, yeah.
Yeah, we should definitely
You
join.
guys would love it. And they're just good guys.
Are they a Facebook group?
They are.
Okay.
New Jersey Bourbon Barrel Club 3.0, good guys, and just a very warming group.
Well, maybe these guys will be on the podcast, Ed.
Yeah, maybe. So,
Oh, I think they would. I
mean,
think they
yeah,
would.
we'll talk to them.
We could come to Doug's vault and get fucked up again. I don't care.
fucked up again, Doug.
The best thing about it is if we invite them, they're heavy hitters.
Oh, I bet.
They could bring some
Well,
shit
listen,
and blow us
I mean,
away.
I'd love to get 4 or 5 bottles and just drink deep, you know?
Yeah.
But this is what I wanted to experience in the last bottle. And what I really love about tonight is Scott is being immersed in really good bourbons.
Yeah.
You know, when he...
We don't have a single rye tonight at all.
Right, except for the mystery pour. Wasn't that a rye?
It was.
Yeah.
It was a mix of ryes.
Yeah, the mystery rye.
And that was the weirdest rye I'd ever tasted.
Right. So,
Not that it was bad. It
fact
wasn't
that-
bad. It was
the
good.
fact that Scott's really dragged a lot of our episodes into Ryeland.
Yeah, I've been dragged into the bourbon land. So what are you guys tasting, actually?
yeah.
Like we said, this tastes good. What are we
So
tasting?
good. I don't know. It's like, first of all, at 123, it's smooth as butter.
I can't believe this is 123.
It's aged 5 years and 4 months, which should make it youthful, but it doesn't really taste youthful either.
It's got a long, spicy finish, vanilla, caramel.
This absolutely tastes better than the last
My
one.
palate's recalibrated. This Nulu straight bourbon whiskey, cask strength, is spectacular, Doug. Another great pick from you.
This is wonderful. It's like a liquid Cinnabon.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, I'm trying to get past the cinnamon
I know, I'm too.
and past the vanilla.
And you almost
to
can't.
something else. Sweet notes are
Oh,
amazing.
so there's an interesting thing. So on the nose, fresh nuts, oak, underlying spice, dried raisins. On the palate, bacon spice, cinnamon sticks, oak, burnt caramel, syrup-soaked raisins, delicious layers of flavor. On the finish, leather, dried cherry, oak, light rye spice, rye toast, earthy and lingering. Rye toast is interesting.
Does one person know all that shit?
I know. It's
Raisin.
amazing.
But there are people that have palates that are just way more defined than ours. So Scott and I, if you listen to our early episodes, we had no palate. Like,
No.
We would be like, I taste vanilla and burn.
You know, it's funny. When I first got in bourbon, I was working in Manhattan.
Yeah.
And I can't mention his name, but up there you had the
Bill.
Tom. We'll call him Tommy. But Tommy knew bourbon, scotch, and
Right.
everything. And as a matter of fact, he ended up taking me to a very
Gay bar, right? Okay.
Either way, I would have went because
If the whiskey's good.
Listen, when Macallan 25 is in the room, you're at a big.
I'm in the room.
and he just brought me there, and it was my best night ever drinking it. And the guy said, at the end of the day, that's a fucking good bourbon. That's a fucking great bourbon, and that's a fucking bourbon I wouldn't buy again. And that's all he does. He does nothing else.
So he helped kind of craft your understanding of whiskeys and was like an influence for you?
No, I never saw the guy again after that. But he told me when we were doing that, that's what it was. It's just a lot of New Yorkers are like that.
Yeah.
And, it was great. It was great.
So before we take a break,
I mean, are we done the Nulu? Do we get the tasting notes for this all?
we did.
We did them?
Oh, yeah.
finish?
Yep.
I think Ed's still back on Jack Daniel's 10.
Dude, we totally
No,
did.
We totally did.
The rye toast.
Oh, right.
Raisins,
Sorry.
cinnamon butter, Captain Crunch.
So we talked about your origin story, but we didn't talk about like why you have so many now. Like what was the impetus for you to just start collecting all the whiskeys? Because you have so many and they're all over your house.
They are.
You got some where you're sitting, you got some behind us, you got some in the other room, you got some upstairs.
I don't know.
You just started.
And we haven't looked in your trunk.
It's a fucking problem, man. I gotta admit. I mean,
That's a problem.
The answer to the question is because I don't own a boat, Scott. That's
I
your
don't
answer.
own a boat.
And if you owned a boat, nobody would mind that you spend thousands of dollars.
I no
on
longer own the crazy sports car. That's gone.
Wait, what was it? A Lambo, right? You own
no, Ferrari.
a Ferrari. Right?
Oh, wow. You had a Ferrari. Nice.
When you sell the Ferrari, that opens up about, I would say, somewhere in the area of 5,300 bottles you can buy.
Well,
Yeah.
it's just I want to collect.
It's
and
something
I
you
wanna have
wanted
a
to
little
do,
passion
yeah.
about it. It's something I enjoy.
I mean,
I got more unopened bottles than open bottles.
That's why we're here to open up
And
all the bottles.
We are helpers.
Whiskey 10. The Angel's Envy Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey finished in port wine barrels, which we've already featured on the podcast, which we did not like.
However, this is now
cask strength.
the Cask Strength Angel Envy.
2017.
2017 version, yes. And I have the notes from Whiskey Jug.
Oh, our old friends at Whiskey Jug. Yeah.
The price is $175. How much did you get this for?
I bought this in Manhattan when I was working there
So $375.
from a person who owned the store that we leased a very high-end vehicle to. For about $140.
Oh, you got a good deal on
Yeah,
it
he was a
then.
good guy. I went in there. I bought some good wine. I saw that there, and I said, "Listen, I understand it's tough. Do you want to sell it?" And he said, "$145 or $150 for you." And I said, "I'll take it."
Okay.
All right. This is the Louisville Distilling Company. The mash bill is not disclosed. They don't have any age statement. This is the 2017 version. As previously mentioned, its proof is 124.5.
So they're giving you all they got. This Angel Envy smells delicious.
It does.
It's got a great nose.
Yeah.
It's sweet and caramel and vanilla, and you can definitely get the port notes.
Yes. There's that really intense grapey sweetness.
Like tannin notes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know?
Yeah. I think one of our criticisms of the regular Angel's Envy is that it's just kind of weak.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
there's
yeah,
just
yeah.
not much to it.
Right.
But this at 124.5 is probably going to have
This has
a lot of substance.
This has balls.
Right. Oh, wow.
Oh, I got a lot of orange on that. That's really nice.
I feel like the palate defers to the finish. Does anyone else like that?
Yeah.
The palate defers to the
Like
finish.
it's like a blur, and then all of a sudden there's this ending where all the complexity happens at the end of the sip.
Oak, vanilla, caramel, spice. And you feel the proof, no doubt.
Yeah, the second sip, I felt the proof a lot.
This tastes like a burnt orange spice,
Yeah, it's a lot of spice.
anise.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I see that now.
you get that? Brown sugar. I mean, this blows me away over the regular
Oh, for
expression.
the regular,
Yeah.
yes, but it doesn't blow me away in general.
Look how dark it is.
It's an oily mouthfeel, too. It's very thick.
If you look at most reviews, this is the 2017, not the strongest of the cask strengths
Yeah.
review-wise.
Isn't it? Really?
No,
Okay.
You get the 1920. I just bought a friend of mine a bottle. He really wanted one. I picked up the 20, whatever is out now, and it has a better overtone than this. But I
Wow.
love this.
I mean,
love this.
that must be extraordinary because
It's
I think
extraordinary.
this, compared to what I've had before from them, is excellent.
Yeah.
But overall, I don't know where I'm going to place
Compare,
it.
I mean, I think what hurts this for me, coming after the Nulu,
Yeah.
it's not in the same category for me. The palate just zips by, and then everything happens on the finish. The Remus
Yeah.
and the Nulu, I enjoyed every facet of it, from
Yeah,
the
yeah.
nose to the palate to the finish.
And I have to disagree with the guys with the Nulu in this. I think this is better than the Nulu for me. But I just could be just like jerking off about how good it is,
Yeah,
better it is than the regular.
I would do either one and not fret. Either
Yeah,
one.
I mean,
I really like both.
They're pretty close to each other.
I like
honestly.
the mouthfeel. I really do like the mouthfeel of the Angel Envy. But
Yeah.
the Nulu blows me
The
away.
Nulu's
I actually
spectacular.
try to compare it to the other one.
Okay, so you like the Nulu better than this?
Absolutely.
I think it's close for me. honestly,
not even
it's close
no
for me.
doubt.
for me.
Yeah.
But that's okay. We all have different palates. I mean, and that's why I'm trying to teach people there's no right answer to this.
right answer.
Well, there is some right answers. Unless if you're like, Jimmy White Label's amazing.
Yeah.
Scott, do me a favor. Grab me that Nulu again. I want to.
Okay, you want to compare them?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think I'm starting to lean Ed's way a little bit.
12 seconds later.
I'm with Ed. I'm on Team Ed.
All
now.
right. It starts right from the beginning and
That's
just
sweetness
flushes
that
around.
starts.
Let's see that if you can sway me.
2 hours later.
So they got me with the Nulu, and the reason why they got me is that fucking spice on
Yeah,
the Nulu,
fucking spice
which
Nulu.
the Angel's Envy doesn't have.
No.
They're so close in proof. So the Nulu is 123.4 and the Angel's Envy is 124.5. It's
Well,
so
it's
close.
a good problem to have.
Oh yeah. I mean, they're both
It's
terrific.
definitely first world problems.
They're both terrific whiskeys, but I will concede that Doug and Ed were correct.
Well, Ed was correct, and he brought us.
He did. Ed brought us back to reality.
It's just the Nulu's
Now,
amazing.
But
on
I-
Wednesday, I might think different. It's
Well,
that
that's
so
close.
true.
That's
It's that
another
close.
true. Yeah.
There's stuff. I drink a bottle on a Wednesday, like he says, and I'm
Right.
like, this bottle's great. And then I taste it after something else. I'm like, it's kind of.
I hate to
it's kind
say
of
it.
off-putting.
I think tonight my two favorite Nulu Remus.
Yeah,
far?
that's mine so far.
Okay.
Which one was one for you?
I don't know. I'm not ready to say.
Are you a high proof guy?
Yeah.
So am I.
Yeah.
So I think
Right.
Yeah, right. Because I don't want to
Right,
say.
Yeah.
Scott's like, I got 4 great ones coming.
Yeah. Whiskey 11. So the next whiskey we are tasting is the Stagg Junior 131.1 proof. It is batch 15 from Buffalo Trace.
I mean, I feel like when everything was hard to find, this was always available. Most good bars had this, and then this disappeared too.
Yeah.
So, like, the crazy thing is, we were at a concert, we went to that bar in Philly, which I'd never been to since, and they had that great whiskey list. And they remember they had like the CBD infused whiskeys, and I think it might be the first time we went to see Dead South.
Oh, the Bainbridge Street Barrel House.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's what it was. That was the first time I had Stagg Junior, and it was delicious.
Yeah.
Had I known what it was, I would have probably feasted on it more. So this one's what, Scott? Tell us about it.
I did. 131.1 proof.
Right.
There is no age statement and there's no mash bill, apparently. It says it's rumored to have barrels as young as 5 years and 10 years also. Okay. Batch 15 is technically the first batch of 2021. So this
right.
is a
2021,
year
okay.
ago.
Yeah, all right. All right. So what do we get nose-wise?
There's a little vinyl, actually, on this one.
vanilla.
Oh, vanilla.
I
Okay.
smell the vanilla
Yep.
also. A little caramel.
It's very traditional bourbon
very
notes. I agree. Oak, vanilla, caramel. It's
Are
the
you
first
getting that
thing.
sort of medicinal sort of vinyl
Yes, but
quality to it?
Yeah, absolutely. A little bit of vinyl for sure. Which I'm surprised at because
Well, this is definitely the heat of the night so far.
Yeah, it's the highest
no
proof.
doubt, it is.
It's the highest proof we've
And
had
it,
so far.
and it performs that way. Real nice, long finish, oaky, spicy.
And we have 3 more that are higher than this one.
No,
yeah.
This is where it goes off the rails, folks.
it's drunk time, boys.
I just smell a lot of alcohol.
It's really traditional though. I mean, it's
Yeah.
like what you smell is oak, vanilla, and caramel, and then basically alcohol.
Even off the neat glass, you aren't
Yeah.
really getting a lot because it's so high proof. Did you water it before you tasted
No.
it for the first time?
Second time. I
Okay.
I just tasted them and put the water in.
Yeah.
This is campfire bourbon. This
Yeah.
is around a fire, and it's cold out, and it's going to warm your blood.
Oh.
Wow, the water opened it up. It's
Yes.
has a high proof caramel, spicy, gutsy finish. It's just solid.
This is another one I say that if you haven't tried water and stuff, when you're talking about
Yeah.
130,
Yeah.
listen, gang, throw some water on it and stop being stubborn. It opens up flavors out.
It's made to do that for this. It's like they're not expecting people to drink it at this proof.
Doesn't get you less drunk.
Yeah, right. It doesn't get you less drunk.
No.
It does. It opens up a lot more. Now I have some like citrus.
It kills the
notes.
heat a little
so-
bit. I always say water's a tamer.
Oh,
it can
it-
tame
I think it's an opener. I think it
Yeah,
opens
opens
up
up,
flavors.
But it also
on the high
tames.
proof, it's a tamer.
So-
Tame thing, Scott.
Oh, Jesus. So what I get on it was a lot of like really, it's a weird tasting note, cranberry.
Okay.
From a berry. Like if you actually bit into a berry, how like sour and bitter it is.
And you're getting that on the taste?
That's what I got on the taste without the water. I have not dropped water into it.
Okay. Well, you should because that's not what I
I
get.
no,
I
no,
have no hint of fruit, berry.
no, it's not
Are
fruity.
you sure you didn't get a lavender hint?
No, it's not fruity. And that's sort of my point. It's like really bitter and, not that it wasn't unpleasant though.
Right.
Ooh, with a little water, it's nice.
Yeah.
Oh, cinnamon and nutmeg and
Cinnamon spice.
clove. And
Cinnamon spice and everything nice.
this is another Christmas one.
It is.
Oh my God. This is terrific. Oh,
This is very good.
So the tasting notes for this whiskey on the nose, sweet and inviting aromas like thick caramel and even butterscotch hint to some of the traditional Buffalo Trace mash bills traits that you'd expect.
I agree.
Inviting sense of baked goods like cinnamon buns and vanilla icing add more depth, while tannins like sweet oak play nicely in the background. On the palate, sweet flavors of cherry strudel, cinnamon, spice, and nutmeg are absolutely treat.
Fuck is
Those fucking strudels on that. Fuck that.
Are you fucking kidding me?
What Doug said.
Come on, man.
No, I tasted a little bit of cherry on it, though.
Did you put your graham crackers in there? I mean, what is this? What are we?
What are we at recess?
doing?
Is it nap time?
I mean, are we doing fucking s'mores?
Is it strawberry Pop-Tart?
Is this barrel craft spirits tasting notes right here?
Do not overthink your bourbon.
All right, on the finish, cinnamon red hot candies give the finish a lingering burn that's pretty enjoyable. Overall, notes of cherry hard candies, citrus fruits, and a spoonful of applesauce give the finish a more fruity finish than I've had with previous Stagg Juniors. This is bourbonculture.com.
And like I said, I George C. Stagg this year.
Right. So Ed and I had the George C. Stagg at a tasting at the lounge.
It was delicious. I think it was my best whiskey of the year up to that point.
Do you know what year you had?
Oh, I don't remember.
I think it was recent, 21 maybe.
It was a recent one, and it was paired with the Pappy 15.
Yeah.
And we thought George C. Stagg was superior.
Oh,
Absolutely.
blew the Pappy 15 away. It wasn't even debatable for me.
Just blown away.
And yet online, the price difference for the secondary market was 3,000 to like 1,200. And
Exactly.
with the Pappy being higher, and I'm like, I laughed my ass off because you tell me I can get 2 bottles of George C. Stagg. Not that I would pay 1,200 for it, mind you, but
Oh, this is delicious. Like, I'm tasting a little bit more cherry in this. I'm going to reiterate, it's another Christmas whiskey. There's so much cinnamon on it. There's fruit. The cranberry actually is still a little bit there, but it's the sweet cranberry that you might get, a cranberry sauce.
yeah,
Really
now
good.
I put this against like the Knob Creek 18 and the 15 and trying to fit it in there.
Yeah.
They all have some notes.
You know what? The one thing I think I like where I'm at bourbon wise is there is no proof that can baffle me now.
Yeah, yeah.
You can throw me 140, 145, and I can appreciate 90 and 100. I'm not so proof snobbish where if I see 90 proof, 100, I'm out.
I drink a lot of
Cannot be that way.
I drink a lot of the Kinseys that come out of Philly are in their 80s, and they're delicious. And you got to drink something when you're trying to drive or on a Wednesday night. They can't all be 140. I got to work for a living,
Absolutely.
But I'm not working tomorrow, so we're just going higher and higher.
Whiskey 12.
This next one, there's only 90 bottles available in Jersey.
Is that true? 90 bottles.
90 bottles.
And Doug owns 89 of them.
And I had 2 of them.
All right. So the next one we have is the Kings County Distillery single barrel straight bourbon whiskey, barrel proof.
Right.
The one that we have is 135 proof. It is aged 3 years or more. The mash bill is 80% corn, 20% malted barley. The MSRP is $99.
It was more than that.
It was more than that?
Yeah, I think it was.
But this is a barrel pick.
Yeah.
That proofs out higher than the normal.
Yeah.
It was 120.
Oh, 120. So
that's not bad.
The normal's 100.
Right.
From
So the
guys.
first time that we had Kings County on the podcast was part of the Whiskey Madness.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the only time that Kings County has appeared on the podcast before now.
This one's whole different.
Yeah, way different.
So there's a bunch of stuff on this. So the char was a number 3 char. The entry proof was 115.4. The fill date was January 9th of 2016. The dump date was May 3rd of 2022. The angel share, they said, was 34.5%. The bottling date is May 9th of 2022. And the age specifically is 6 years and 114 days.
Love it. Love the
very dark.
transparency. Yeah. And they're out of New York, right?
They are.
It's very, very dark.
I have Breaking Bourbon's tasting notes, but it's not going to be the same as this one, but in the same family as usual.
Ooh. Man, such a great nose.
Caramel. So much caramel.
This nose is what you want.
It's amazing.
I think it's the best nose of the night.
I agree. It's 130 some proof and to get that kind of nose.
But in the neat glass with the ethanol dissolved, the flavors just come up in the middle of the cylinder so well.
Almost caramel with a maple syrup
yes.
too. Yeah,
yes.
right?
There's a
My God,
sweetness to
it's
this.
such a sweetness.
Yeah.
And
sweetness.
Oh, wow. That's surprising. All right. So first of all, we have to talk about how dark this is.
is that darker than the other one?
Darker than the Peerless?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Close.
Put them right next to each other. They're close.
I think it's darker.
It's a little darker. Just a smidge.
Schmid.
It's like within a degree.
Yeah, so the Kings
Color-wise.
County single barrel. And what's the proof again? 130.
135.
That is correct, sir. 135. There's craft.
Wow. Even smooth, it still hits you in the back of the throat.
Oh, if you're not a big proof guy, this isn't for you.
Yeah. If you're drinking Basil Hayden, stay home. This is really good. Scott, what
This is wonderful. This reminds me actually of the True Blue corn whiskey that we did on our Texas whiskeys. Because there's so much tobacco and leather on the finish, that sort of dark oaky and like just burnt, sugared. Like everything tastes a little burnt.
This or the Stagg Jr.
Oh, this.
This is better than the Stagg Jr.
There's not even a debate on that. That's the easiest call of the night. And Stagg Jr. was great.
So this is not the same barrel that we have, of course, but dark burnt caramel and candy corn open the whiskey to pleasant effect. The aroma is dark and heavy, leaning on rich brown sugar, maple, and thick oak. It doesn't give away its high proof. Potent without being chaotic. It's genuine and all around an engaging aroma. On the palate, very expressive tapestry of flavors that once again bow to the darker side of the flavor spectrum. Oak is at the forefront, bringing with it more notes of maple and rich vanilla. Malt is delicately threaded throughout the palate, providing a spark of contrast. Hot and forceful.
Yeah, like grab my hair and say, drink me and shut up.
Yeah.
That sounds like a felony. Hot and forceful sounds like a felony.
This is good.
At times, this is a barrel-proof whiskey that is persuasive in its assertiveness. Dominated by syrupy oak and molasses, the finish creates a lasting impression. It sticks with you, not in just length of time, but with the mark it makes on your taste buds. A thick viscosity is mouth coating and works well with its flavor profile.
It's in like almost a motor oil bottle.
It's crazy.
So the peated bourbon by them is good and unique, but this might be the best product they make.
That's what it was. It was the peated bourbon that we had in there.
Yep. So what does this cost? Like, what was the
120?
Yeah. Wow.
For the proof and the quality? I mean, what is going to be worth $120 if it's not something this good? The Kentucky Hug is becoming like a Kentucky sleepover on my chest.
I didn't even put any water on it.
Oh, you didn't do that.
It's extremely smooth for 135. It's crazy. I mean, what is even happening here?
I mean, those guys down there know what they're doing. This is some special shit. And it doesn't have that vinyl finish that a lot of the New York whiskeys have.
Not even a hint of that.
No.
This is extraordinary.
It's still going.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, the finish lasts forever.
You go to bed, you wake up in the morning, it's still like a little Kentucky Hug in your chest.
It's like, oh yeah, the Kings County. Yeah, I feel it right
right.
there.
Oh, that's right. That's what that was.
I'm going to have a little Kings County in my coffee.
It's really.
Kings County in my coffee. County in my coffee. You're so vain.
You probably think this whiskey is for you, but
You're so
it's
vain.
not. Oh my God. And Alyssa's up.
Wait, the crickets are still going.
Oh my God.
All right, so we have to look up 2 more whiskeys.
And we're almost done.
Almost done. Whiskey 13. All right, so the next whiskey that we have, this is Hirsch, Hirsch. It is 6 years aged. It is a 138.1 proof.
Oh my God. That's legal?
Bourbon Street.
Bourbon Street.
Bourbon Street out of Phillipsburg. It's their pick. They're a true gentleman up there also. Another, a little far for me, but great picks.
Okay, so this is 72% corn, 13% rye, 15% malted barley. It is 62.5% barrel entry. It is sourced in Bardstown, Kentucky.
Yeah, I've had some really good experience with Hirsch, but I've never had this one, so I'm pretty
Never
excited.
had Hirsch at all. What is happening?
There's a nose.
All right, Hirsch.
Oh, that's interesting.
What are you getting, Scott? If anything, my nose is...
I don't know. I'm trying to find tasting
Like,
notes for this.
Yeah, I get swirled a bit.
I'm getting like a
No, you're appreciating the neat glass more now, aren't you? This time
Yeah,
of night with the
I
high
am.
proof.
Yeah.
So 130 something, and you're getting a lot
I'm
of.
getting like a mint.
I got that too.
Ooh, mint. Interesting.
The mint is prevalent up front. Actually,
Yes.
it's very prevalent.
It's like spearmint.
Almost right. Something like a
Yes.
sweet mint.
Yes.
Like
Mint.
something mixed in with it. Like remember those Velamint candies?
What were
Do you remember
them?
Velamints?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then.
That's what it smells like. It's vanilla mint.
Now, again, this bottle is probably a year and a half old, and it's barely drank. And from what I remember, this thing is a monster.
Just for the record, you all can't see at home. Doug's hair is always perfect. I'm just going to say that. Anytime you see him, we don't know what direction it's pointing, but that's the way you want to go.
Oh shit! I love it.
Have you tasted this, Scott?
No.
Oh, you have to.
I'm
It
looking.
leaned my hair to the left.
I'm looking. I'm looking up reviews.
Doug always looks like he's running very fast.
And his hair was perfect.
Oh my God. How can a 6-year whiskey taste this good? It's really great.
I tasted it without smelling it, and it's fantastic.
Hirsch?
Is this even a real company? I feel like it's like sourced.
It is
from
sourced,
somewhere.
but my question is when you source it and it's that good, where are you getting it from?
Exactly. I want to know where you got it from because it's
Bardstown.
fantastic.
And like I say,
God damn it. No, I don't want to hear Bardstown because Bardstown could be anybody.
right.
Hirsch, their lower proof stuff is,
I've had it, but
it's
it's
no
not
offense,
like,
it's average.
It's not like this.
But this is worlds above.
Yeah.
This is exceptional.
For this one, the nose starts off with a whiff of barrel char coupled with sweet oak. This wood scent is a bit more fragrant than just oak. In fact, it's a bit like cedar chips. There are some sweet notes to go with the cinnamon rolls.
Cedar in this.
Well, on the nose.
I don't.
This is the nose.
I don't know. I
And
don't see it.
vanilla cake, cinnamon rolls, and bit of honey candies.
Well, at least there's no fucking strudel in it.
I mean, what? I mean,
Listen, guy, you get a Hirsch 6 at 138, 140 proof.
$100, right?
It's around $100. It's just balls to the wall.
You're
That's what it
rammy.
is.
You're rammy right now.
Yeah,
It's
that's
just
all right.
It's rammy. It's balls
No,
to the
you
wall.
are rammy.
I'm rammy with the bourbon I'm drinking. It's balls to the wall.
See if you can agree with this. So on the palate, prickly cinnamon spice and
Yeah.
spicy chili oil greets my tongue.
I'm okay with that. But
Okay.
I get there's some mint to it to me.
Sweeter notes, crystallized honey, herbal cough drops,
Very minty.
tamarind.
Maybe herbal cough drops are minty.
Tamarind.
I don't taste that.
Orange and lemon rinds with even breakfast tea are a nice distraction
I get
from
some
the
citrus.
young, somewhat grainy, malted hot cereal notes. Finish cools down a decent amount with the heat I felt on the palate. Chocolate, espresso bean flavors linger after the sip was complete. The finish
give it
still
that.
comes off as pretty young with some drying oak and sharp cinnamon.
Rocket fuel with a lot of flavor. That's how I would describe it. Very flavorful with long
Yeah.
finish.
Okay, so this is the problem with drinking 12 whiskeys on a podcast. Is it you kind
13.
of 13. You kind of lose some of your
Perspective.
Should we start over?
I mean, all we have to
God.
do, Scott, is focus on this whiskey right now, and it's an exceptional whiskey.
it's exceptional.
Might be my favorite of the night.
Yeah, I was trying to give it some extra props because we love it so much and it's one of our later whiskeys.
Right. So the fact is, what he's trying to say is normally by 12 whiskeys in, your palate's kind of dead.
Yeah.
But this is punching my palate right in the face.
Well, I think because we've changed our palate so much.
Yeah.
That's why we do it by proof because you expect that the higher proof ones will be more expressive.
Right.
Whiskey 14. Doug, tell us what it is.
This is Dry Fly.
Yeah.
Another pick from Bourbon Street.
What was
from
it?
Bourbon Street.
Which one was the other one they did?
The Hirsch.
Oh, the Hirsch.
So the two highest
Back
proof
to
of the
back.
night came from them.
70.7.
At a
my God.
141 point.
So this will be the hottest whiskey that we've ever drank on
Ever.
the podcast. Number
I've
one.
never had anything over 140.
I've never had it either. This is
I've
my
had
number
130s, 130.5
Right.
or whatever.
How about the 138? Did anyone ever beat the Hirsch?
one.
Are these the two highest?
These might be the two highest. I think it's yes.
Oh,
We
yeah.
got the two
I
highest.
think
Oh,
it's-
yeah.
Yeah, all time.
I think so.
I'm very proud
We're going to
of
stop
this.
for blood transfusion and then come back for the last one.
No, we already did stop for a blood transfusion. You were going to power through, bitch.
Oh, all
You
right.
have to,
Don't you ever disrespect me like that again. You better
This
cut that off.
one-
Punch you in the face.
on this one, you have to have a little patience with it. That's all, I'll say.
Okay.
We're going to pour it and then we're going to talk to it for a minute and see how it's feeling.
I let it sit, throw it around, talk to it.
Hey, what's up? Do you feel like getting me drunk
what's
tonight?
up?
Tell you love her. We'll name her Karen.
Hey, Karen.
Hey, Karen.
Are you relaxed? Why do you have such a short, aggressive haircut?
Wait a minute.
No,
Wait a minute.
I'm drinking this.
Scott just made a violation.
No.
He didn't finish. He poured in another glass.
I'm drinking it. I will be drinking it.
You're not now.
I mean, you are so far behind.
How dare you, sir? How dare you?
Wow. Come on, Scott.
Filter.
Oh, there it goes. He's ready. He's in.
All right, so
This is called the Dry Fly Distilling
Dry Fly.
Specialty Barrel Straight.
Small batch.
What is it? Triticale whiskey? What the fuck is that?
Oh my God, Triticale.
Yeah.
After aged 8 years, Scott, you do it because I fucked it up because I didn't expect Triticale to come out of nowhere.
Right.
Yeah,
There you
so
go.
that it's aged 8 years. It is Triticale whiskey that's a different grain than wheat or corn or whatever you're used to, quinoa, etc.
You can't bring that out the last whiskey tonight, some grain I've never heard before.
Well,
I'm going to tell you, you've never tasted anything like that.
What just happened?
I am so intrigued right now.
Look it up. What is Triticale?
But it's
a grain. Shit. Making me look up Triticale?
for
God damn you.
For 141, you won't believe the nose.
I'm mad at you right now.
You're mad at me?
No, Doug.
I'm mad at Doug too. So Triticale is a cross hybrid between wheat and rye.
Wheat and rye.
So it's a weeded rye, but it's the same thing.
It's a rye wheat. It's both. It's a cross between wheat and
Do we have
rye.
a mash bill on this motherfucker? Well, you know, Doug.
No fucking clue. I don't give a shit.
So it says a Triticale whiskey. That
Probably
means
100%.
it must be at least 51% Triticale.
Which is a mash bill that is already off the rails. And so the last whiskey I'm going to drink tonight is Triticale. I don't even know what to do with this.
Such an interesting nose.
Oh my God, it's really sweet.
Crazy.
I just took it. It was like cream, sugar, and like shortbread and vanilla, cream soda, all that on the palate.
That is heat.
And I'm a guy who likes whiskey hot. And this is the hottest whiskey I've ever had.
I have to tell you, I didn't even notice it. I drank it down. I didn't think it was that bad. For 141, this comes around 120.
You're also very drunk.
Oh.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, maybe that's why. I'm not denying it.
Now, I think this tastes the highest proof of the night.
No,
Oh, it is.
No doubt.
I'm just giving Ed some shade.
Yeah, it isn't as bad as it could be. Is that
Oh,
something?
no. It's got a ton of flavor.
Yeah.
It's got a little vanilla, molasses, and syrup, but then it ends hot as hell.
It's super complex. I don't know what Triticale in and of itself tastes like.
It's so thick. It's like
so thick and
it's
good.
like it's literally like maple syrup texture wise in my mouth. It's so thick.
Maple syrup.
A little bit of lisp.
Third. So on the nose, it says a sniff brings a gentle waft of sweet vanilla with a faint but apparent undercurrent of wheat that gradually gives way to a bouquet of dominant rye, still sweet, but more like an earthy, spicy caramel with notes of pepper, allspice, and touches of lavender and smoke.
Do they say maple syrup at all?
They don't say maple.
Well, I taste a little bit of
I
maple
do
syrup.
too. Vanilla, maple syrup, caramel,
Yeah,
thick.
yeah, thick.
Oh my God, this is a clove spice bomb.
I'm done.
It's sweet and clove and spice.
Finished. I'm done.
All right, so the palate says, much like the nose, a sip rolls onto the tongue like a sweet, weedy vanilla, fairly nondescript with faint touches of flowers and spices that lingers on the tongue for a few seconds before the rye once again begins to make an entrance, bringing with it spices like pepper and cloves.
Everything they said is 100% right.
This is great. I mean, I'm not going to trash this at all. Triticale whiskey is great.
Yeah.
I'm going to put water in it.
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
We've been done to that.
And it doesn't proof it down.
Ooh.
Here's a mystery pour.
Oh.
Here's a mystery pour.
I snuck a bottle down, boys.
I mean, that's...
There's a mystery pour. I still have some of the
Oh,
Nulu.
no. There's a mystery pour?
Yeah,
Oh,
I snuck a bottle
shit.
down.
Whiskey 15. All right, so we have the last pour.
Guess the proof.
The nose is weird, but the drink is... Oh, my God, Doug, what did you give me?
We're trying to say that there's... Here's my thing about bourbon and whiskey.
Did you drink it?
There's a
Why
lot
does it smell like bacon?
Because everybody loves
I
bacon.
love bacon.
Come on.
What are we drinking?
I'll tell you at the end.
All right, let's taste it. It's a vanilla bomb for me, and it's caramel, but there's something else there. Hold on. Maybe a little orange peel.
Orange. A little banana in this one.
Yes, banana.
Yeah.
Very true.
This one kills me that it doesn't get the press, but let's see
Oh, my
what
God,
we think.
it's really good. Scott, anything?
I love it.
It's very banana-y.
How does it rank in the little group?
Oh, I can't do that, but it's the upper half for sure.
Oh, my God, this is potent.
Yeah.
This might be the most potent whiskey you've given us. It's not smooth. It punches right in the tongue.
This is a boxer's whiskey. It hits you with some vanilla, some cherry, some banana, and then it just gets spicy, and then it just finishes.
But it's hot.
It kicks you in the balls.
It's hot.
On the end.
Is it? I was just going to say, is it this?
Oh,
You
my
bitch!
God. Jack Daniels. I was wondering where the banana was coming from. Is Jack
Right?
Daniels.
Jack Daniel's single barrel, and this is 131 proof bottle.
man.
131. So, wow, that was really impressive, Doug.
What have you
$60
done to us?
This is a $60 bottle.
I mean, that's a bargain. That's
Doug.
a bargain.
It's a bargain.
Doug.
To
The
win.
$60 Jack Daniels 130 is a bargain.
Look at these. They go from anywhere from 125 proof up to 134. My point of bringing this out tonight is people are chasing Coy Hill for 142, 144 proof, and it's all fire. There's no flavors gone from it. I've had Coy Hill. Yeah. This crushes Coy Hill.
Yeah.
And then Coy Hill's going to cost you $350, $400 a bottle. It makes no sense.
Well, we have had an amazing night tonight. Amazing tonight.
Okay, so the only thing that I think that we have to do is rank them.
Right.
So the first one we're going to do is the Jack Daniels 10-year Ed.
6-4.
Doug.
Yeah.
6-6.
Good.
I'm going to give it 6-2.
All right.
The Knob Creek 15.
Very good. 7-8.
Doug.
7-9.
It's a 7-8 tonight, not a 7-8 against the rest of the world.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, no. We're comparing them against what we had tonight.
Yeah, we had 15 whiskeys. I'm saying 7-8.
Absolutely.
Like the 7-9 doesn't mean don't buy it.
Right. I know. It's a delicious whiskey.
I'm going to give it an even 8.
Okay.
Good.
Even 8. So Knob Creek 18-year Ed.
8-4.
Doug.
8-8.
Yeah. I like it a lot. I'm going to give it an 8-6.
All right. We're all right there.
The Remus 5.
10.
Wow.
I love it.
10.
I'm drinking it right this minute.
Doug.
9-4.
I'm going to give it a 9-1. So the Justice.
6.
5-9.
I'm going to give it a 5.7.
I was being generous.
How disappointing is that?
It's pretty
For
16.
16
years, it tasted immature and basic.
That's what I mean.
I
Like,
could have gone 4 on it, but I was just being polite.
Okay, so the surprise one that Doug did, the Dickel and Leopold. Ed?
7.5, kind of surprising.
Yeah, 7.5.
8-1.
8-1. Yeah, I'm going to be somewhere in the middle. I'm going to do a 7-8.
Solid.
Yeah, that's solid.
But again, not worth the
They're all
price
so
point,
good.
man.
Yeah.
$100, no way. It's a $60 bottle.
Yeah. The Bond and Lillard.
8.1.
8-4.
Ed, that's surprising to me because I didn't think you really liked it that much.
I don't, but it's high quality in my
There's
mouth.
quality to it.
I got you.
What'd you give it, Scott?
I gave it an 8.6.
Oh, you liked
so
it a
Scott
lot.
was a high one on it.
I liked it a little
Yeah.
more than...
Well, pour it in a taint then if you like it so much.
Pour another one.
I'm just
I
kidding.
will. All right, so the Peerless double oat, Ed.
8.5.
I'm going 8-9.
All right.
8.9.
I'll go 8.7. I'll move it up a couple.
Oh, you're going to go back?
Yeah,
Okay.
go back.
Changer, man.
I'm giving it a 9.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
So that's why I feel better going 8.7.
We're all
because
good.
It's a really good whiskey.
The Angel's Envy Bourbon Cask Strength. Ed.
8.5.
Dog.
9-1. If I had to drink
it depends
one
on the day,
every
right?
day, I would pick that over to Peerless every day.
I'm giving it an 8.6.
Okay.
I mean, it's good.
We're all in the same range.
Yeah.
We're not hammering anything.
No, we're not crazy. So the Nulu.
9.8 for me.
No.
I love
9.8.
this. I love this.
Okay. Big score.
I love
9-3. Scott might be light on this one. I don't think, and that's
No,
fair.
I mean, this was delicious. It really was. I'm going to give it a 9.2. How about that?
So I want to throw this out there for everyone who listens to the podcast. Remember, this was a pick. If you're going to try a Nulu of this quality, I think go with the pick somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, we all gave him in the 9s, and that's the first time that's happened so far. So the next one is the 5 more, the Stagg Junior Ed.
9.
8-8.
I'm going to do 8.9.
Okay.
The Kings County Singapore Bourbon. Ed.
9.8.
Again, a Banache pick. So don't run and just buy a Kings County that you see.
No.
Make sure it's proofed up like this 138. Because if
Yes.
you buy a Kings County at 190, it's not going to
good.
perform like you say.
Not necessarily.
This expression to me is a 9-2.
I'm going to give it a 9.4. The Hirsch 6-year. Ed.
Complex.
Shit.
It's hard, right? This is
So
so
fucking
hard.
hard. 9.4.
Whew. The Hirsch was really good.
It was so good.
9-4.
Oh, also a 9.4.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to give it a 9.
That's fair.
No shame in that.
The Dry Fly 8-year.
So I'm going to say a 9.7 because it's just so strong and proud and bold and fuck you and everything else about it that I'm like I have to give it its props.
I'm going 9-6.
Fair.
Big score. Dry Fly 8. I'm going to give this a 9.2.
Right.
It's definitely over a 9 because
Yeah.
it's an extraordinary
Yeah.
whiskey, especially the Triticale and the whole 9 yards that it is.
Yeah. What's the last one up there?
The last one is the Jack Daniels single barrel proof that he whipped out on us like Doug does. Ed?
9.6.
It is so spectacular and it's so good and flavorful. It's a little tough on the finish. I would give it an 8.9.
I'm giving it an 8.7.
So what's the top, man? What's
All
the
right.
winners? Top 5.
Okay, let's do the summation.
I think Remus wins.
I mean, I would think it's amazing. I'm about to stick it in my pants and run out of the house with it.
Let's see.
That good.
Right? The top 5 that came out. So there was a tie, actually, for the
What?
number 1 whiskey.
Wow.
Between the Dry Fly 8-year and the George Remus 5. The third, I guess, if you will, was the Nulu,
Agreeable.
the Kings County Sing Barrel Bourbon, and the Hirsch 6-year rounding out the top 5.
Right. And if nothing else crystallizes the quality of whiskey we drank tonight, that right there does it for you. The Knob Creek 18 doesn't even break the top 5. And I'm telling you right now, the Knob Creek 18 is phenomenal. And so, if you can drink any of what we just talked about that we dug out from Doug's vault, if you could find it at your friend's house or online or at an auction, try it if you want to be whiskey woke, because we are.
Yeah.
And the worst one was better than what you're going to drink this week, probably. The Justice. So, for the Whiskey Tangent Podcast, I'm Ed.
I'm Scott.
And I'm Doug.
Cheers, everybody.
Later.